All right. Good evening, everyone. This is DayTraderRockStar. This is a watch list for January 4th, 2008. Happy New Year, everyone. This is my first day back, first watch list back. Been on a nice 2-week vacation over the holidays, so I didn't really get to trade too much. So I hope to jump back into this market full blast. Doing a little research tonight. Going to start off. With some interesting some charts here. Remember, tomorrow we have a big employment number coming out. Everyone's waiting for it. It's probably going to put a little pressure on the market. Taking a look at the S&P 500 index right here. This is my main barometer for the overall markets and how I trade. And you see, we're in a big triangle pattern here, a nice pattern. And you can see why I'm looking for us to actually head down a little bit further here. We're not quite in an oversold area here where the statistics I'd like to see below 20, actually down in the 10 area, for me to actually start liking this market about. But things are actually starting to shape up nicely that once this one does get down to this level, this pattern might come right back down to this 1420 area, 1420, between 1420 and 1425. I'm looking for a definite buy area in the S&P and a nice move up in the market. So right now we could see some downside pressure in the markets, and it's a stock picker's market. You know, the energy sector's in play right now. We have some good stocks coming up. Let me go over some of them right now. Again, a lot of news tomorrow morning. Everything, you know, this could be a catalyst to send this market down to these levels before we get a bounce, or we could actually try to bounce around at this level. But we definitely have a pattern here, and that's the great thing. Either way, you're going to make money in this market. Either way, you're going to make money. All right. First stock I want to just show you right now is let's take a look at the stocks right now. Now, I've been holding my Intel position for a while now, and since I went away before Christmas and was looking for it. I'm not showing you Intel right now. I'm showing you semiconductors, and we saw the semiconductors break down here. Now, when you're a chart watcher or a technical trader like I am, sometimes you have to read into the charts. You have to actually see the charts before they actually find out what's going on here. And I could pretty much tell you what's going to happen here. I mean, tech is not going away. All right, I'm not going to go back on this chart yet, but I'm just taking, all right, I'm looking over at this overall thing. You might think I'm stretching it a little here. If I look at this thing, it's almost looking at an ink blot. But what are you seeing here? All right, what I'm seeing, because I look at these stocks for years and look at these patterns for years, I'm actually seeing what's going to happen. And I bet you, I could bet money on this. Is this going to be the first part of a shoulder here? We have to drop down here. We're going to make a head, and we're going to come back up here. We're going to consolidate. We're going to make another shoulder, and eventually we're going to break out, and we're going to have a nice rally in the semiconductors. And this is this is what happens at this point. So, I mean, when you try to pick a bottom in a stock, it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. But if you could read into stocks and read into patterns and say, all right, this is a potential pattern happening here. We're starting to get an oversold position here. I like that. I see if this is a head forming here, we're going to come back up, retest this consolidation area here, probably consolidate out. Then you're going to see that pattern start to form. And you're going to say, wait a second, we have something happening here. So now let me take a look back here. Let's see if we go back on the weekly chart here. And then look at this. Wow. Go back all the way to 2006 and look at this. 384 on the stocks. Major support here. So, you know, this could be actually a nice place to get in here. So I'm going to zoom this out a little. And I want to see there is a lot of support right in this area. So maybe we might have another down day, a couple days down. But look, we're hitting some major support areas here. So now I go back to my daily chart. And I'm saying, well, this actually could be a shoulder. This could be going to be a head here, and then we could make another shoulder. And later on down the road, you know, this could be a nice pattern forming. So something to consider. I'm not getting rid of my Intel. I like Intel here a lot. I actually picked up some today, right off the 200-day moving average. A nice bounce at 24.40. And Statax is not too oversold yet, but looking to get there soon. Again, stocks, semiconductors, all these are going to be forming this nice head, inverted head and shoulders pattern. I'm going to look for a nice rally in Intel coming up. Screw the analysts with the downgrades and stuff. You know, these are all games being played by people. All right, I'm sure they're getting into. So let's move on. That's my little take on the semiconductors there. Here's one way we had a great trade, and I had a great trade. And right before Christmas, I caught this news out here. If you were a part of the on the site and listened to the radio, caught the news coming out. We sold this one up in $8. I sold it up in $8 range, and I never looked back. But I'm looking at, I just go scanning my charts, and I'm like, holy schnuggles. It's down at $5.50 JetBlue. I said, what the hell is going on, man? So I'm putting this back on my watch list. I'm going to pick up a couple shares tomorrow on it. Probably maybe about 300 shares tomorrow. I'll be picking this up at the open. I just think this is awful cheap right here at this level. Especially there was a big stake taken in around the $7 area by whoever. But it was. So look at this, $5.50 JetBlue. I don't care. Oil prices are going through the roof, whatever. That's due to pull back. Look for a bounce in JetBlue coming up. I'm in tomorrow. Just want to say that. Google forming a nice pattern here. Look at this. Just forming something that looks very, very pretty. All right, and beautiful formation here. Again, Google, everything's showing that this one's going to come to a breakout. It could break down and then break back up. You know, this one's going to be a good trade. There's money to be made in these things. I'm going to bring them to you. And every day I'll be on the radio at www.DayTraderRadio.com discussing the setups, trading the setups, and bringing you the setups. Actually, I didn't get time to launch the new website. I would like to do that by tomorrow, at least by Monday. And that's going to have a lot of new live charting and stuff on it. So look forward to that. So we went over the stocks, we went over some other things. Another stock I'm going to be watching, it's not really setting up yet, but there's a pattern here forming I like. It's an inverted head and shoulders on Caterpillar. We're getting oversold again in Caterpillar here. And we had this little, it's kind of like a false breakout here. If we got rid of this, all these candlesticks right here, we would have had a nice pattern here with a slanted inverted head and shoulder with a W pattern. So I'm looking at $74 as a major area here. I would like to actually start picking up some Caterpillar, maybe a little bit lower here, but I'm going to start picking up, maybe 30, 40 shares tomorrow, see how it looks coming down to this oversold area. One more I'm going to be looking at is one that I never really trade, but I see it's very cheap here. I just want to bring you to your protection, force protection. I'm going to be watching for some news coming out on this one because I'm sure there's a lot of shorts pounding this one, and any type of good news or anything, we're going to get that spike. I traded on November. I got this nice bottom here. We sold that right up here. Now I'm going to look for it to do this again, and hopefully that'll happen soon. So here's another one. Some other ones I'm looking for. Dynegy. Oversold. I was going to get in position today. I never got my position today, but this is oversold. It's got a bounce on the stochastics. It looks pretty decent here, and I think that's it for now. I don't want to run out of time on my first video. I just want to get it out to you. I hope you enjoy trading with me, and look for me on the radio tomorrow at 8:30 at DayTraderRadio.com. That's www.DayTraderRadio.com and DayTraderRockStar. And I am out of here for the evening. And any questions or comments, you could email me at ironaction@yahoo.com. All right, good night.